Hey everybody, good morning and welcome to the Adibi IP Group Live Innovators Q&A, bringing you guys a lot of clarity around intellectual property every day of the week, Monday through Friday, answering questions on patents, trademarks, copyrights, trade secrets, just all around exploring and seeing various portfolios out there and just discovering the creative ways that people go about protecting their intellectual property. Super excited to do this show today. We've been doing some deep dives into various companies. Victoria, why don't you start off by telling us a little bit about what we did yesterday?
Yesterday, we looked at Facebook's design patents.
So we got to see the creative ways that Facebook goes about protecting their GUIs. So you think software company, you think utility patents. No, they have a lot of utility patents, but they also have a lot of really, really awesome design patents. I thought it was particularly cool, just from Victoria's perspective, just like seeing the progression of going from desktop to mobile. And certainly, I certainly experienced that. I remember seeing the Genesis from 07, 05, even when they started, and just seeing how it progressed. But it's cool because intellectual property is also a way of documenting technology and documenting technology's growth throughout time. And so for historical reasons, it's also cool because you get to actually see that progression. And patents are cool because they have nice drawings. And so it's really easy to quickly understand where a product is and what a product does just based on the drawings. So that was Facebook. I think we might come back and look at some more. Victoria's nodding her head. I think she agrees. But that was episode 84. What are we doing today on episode 85?
Today we are looking at Twitch's trademarks.
So we're obviously super grateful to be able to stream on Twitch. There's like something like 4 million streamers at any given time. It's a huge network. Again, super grateful that we have the opportunity to even get to stream on all these different platforms. It's incredible how easy they make it. But let's look at some of their marks. Let's jump right in. As I've said over and over again in the past, looking at trademarks of companies is a really, really interesting way to see what they view as their brand and also how they go about protecting that brand. I think what we should start out doing, we'll just start off just from the top. I'll show you guys exactly how you guys can go about doing this for Twitch, but then obviously these skills will apply and carry over to any company that you want to analyze trademarks for. So the first step is to go to tsdr.uspto.gov. Throw up that banner for you guys. So just hit tsdr.uspto.gov. If you guys don't know how to find this, you can just Google also trademark office website. But you're going to want to go to click on search trademarks. And then you're going to want to do a free form search. So in here, you're going to want to go ahead and type the owner. So if you did some prior research, you'll find out that Twitch Interactive is the name of the company. I'll do an and here, so it incorporates Inc. as well. And then owner, OW, that's the code. If you're not sure, actually, I'm going to zoom in. That'd be helpful, right, Victoria? All right, cool. I apologize. Hopefully, this is now much easier for you guys to see. I can probably even zoom in. Yeah, okay, cool. Hopefully that's helpful. All right, so Twitch Interactive Inc. OW, this stands for owner or address. If you're not sure, you can scroll down and actually look. They make it really easy to get more information. So if you actually click on this, it'll hyperlink you to a description of how you can use it. But again, we're good. Okay, so let's look at their marks. I also want to see if I can't look at their, well, let's do a broad search just on all their marks for now. Let's do that. So as you can see, there's 44. Now, one thing you're going to notice is some of them are not yet registered and some are dead. Interesting. So Twitch Prime. So that's actually died. Interesting. Okay. So again, really, really cool to see what was applied for because it gives you an opportunity to see also what was scuttled. So what the company decided not to pursue. So this, for example, this died. And again, another thing that you can learn is how they go about what classes they file under. So streaming is 38. So that would have been my initial guess. But notice they also have services, business services like customer loyalty programs, and then they're also a software company. And so no surprise here that you're going to see that they're going to have a lot under class 9. And then, of course, 41, because they also create a lot of content, a lot of educational content around gaming and around streaming. I mean, esports, I mean, that's esports is what's up. So, yeah. And then again, class 45, because it's also, in a sense, social networking. And so you're going to find a lot of class 45 registrations for Twitch. So again, let's go back. Let's check it out. So Twitch Prime, interesting. So that died. That went abandoned. Be kind of interesting to see when it went abandoned. If you want to get more information on the specifics, you can click on TSDR in the upper left and actually take a look, see when it actually went abandoned. So it actually went abandoned last September, so not that long ago. Again, I'm going to zoom in here so we can see together. It makes it a little easier on the video. I don't mean to, I want to make this as easy for viewers as possible. Let's scroll down. Let's see if we can get some sense of maybe why it went abandoned. It looks like, so it looks like it was actually already approved because it actually published, they got a notice of allowance back in 17. Now, remember guys, after you guys get your notices of allowance, you can request extensions up to 6 times. In other words, buying you 3 years. Each extension buys you 6 months. So you can extend it up to 6 months after the notice of allowance. So it looks like they submitted several extensions. As you can see here, extension of time, 1, 2, 3, 4 extensions, and then they killed it. So to me, what this indicates is that they probably decided they weren't going to follow through with this mark, Twitch Prime, and so they scuttled it. Now let's go back. Let's see, there was another mark that went abandoned. Kind of weird. I know it's kind of strange to start from what was abandoned, but part of the reason why I'm doing that is because most of their marks actually went forward and actually registered, and so kind of interesting to see which ones they decided not to pursue. Now this is kind of interesting. So it looks like Curse Union for gamers, and this was again also a Twitch Interactive mark. So let's check out. Again, no surprise, you're going to see a lot of these 9, 35, 38, 41, and 42, and 45. But again, let's see when this one went abandoned. So we click on the TSDR button, it'll take us up here, and we'll be able to check out when it actually went abandoned. So it looks like it went abandoned in April of last year. And again, also survived notice of allowance. But this one, interestingly, was only the subject, it looks like, of 1 extension of time, rather than the last one, which was the subject of about 4 extensions of time. So interesting. For our viewers who just got on, we're checking out the Twitch trademarks that are available, studying up on Twitch and seeing what they filed on. So we just looked at their dead marks. Let's go look at some of their live marks. One of the things I want to point out also is that if you don't see any text to the right of where the words are, that means that that's a design. So this is going to be like a logo. Okay, so this, I think what you guys are going to see is that we're going to see a lot of this symbol. No surprise. I mean, this is a very, very powerful mark now. A lot of people that use Twitch automatically will associate this particular design with Twitch. So no surprise. I suspect you guys are going to see a lot of these Oh, okay. Here's another one. This is kind of different, unusual. Kind of interesting. Also, it looks almost like a controller, kind of like on here. I mean, I think that's what they're going for. But again, really cool. This one's, again, covering all the classes. I think I wouldn't be surprised if you see in every Twitch mark 9, 35, 38, 41, and 42. 38 is probably the most common one that you're probably going to be most expecting to see because that's going to cover the live streaming. But again, video content under 41, SaaS as a service, software as a service under 42, and again, software under class 9, and business services under 35 for advertising, marketing, promotional activities. No surprise here. Let's see what other types of marks that they have registered. So it looks like, okay, so it's got the crown on it. Pretty cool. Okay. All right, let's go back, check out what other designs we can find. Oh, okay, so this is just the crown. Very interesting. This is the crown all by itself. And let's see what other cool marks we can find. So I believe these early ones, as you go down, it goes back in time. So this is probably going to be the very, very first one. When do they file this? Let's see. If we scroll down, it'll tell us. Looks like they filed, 2014. So been a core symbol for quite a while. I'm assuming this is going to be the same one. Yeah, and again, just just so you guys know, the reason why companies will file two applications on the exact same mark is that the prior application is their applications are probably going to cover different classes of goods. So, for example, this is class 38 and 45. I bet you it was filed around the same time. Yeah, filed around the same time in 14. But if you go back, what you're going to notice is that this is probably going to be different classes other than 38. Yeah, so this is class 9, 35, 41. So that's a good indicator as to why they filed this other application. And again, also filed around the same time. So now, again, let's check out the very, very, very first Twitch-related mark. Again, this is Twitch TV. This was filed back in 2011. And it was filed by Justin TV back when that was the company. So pretty interesting. Really cool to see this progression. Let's look at the prosecution history, see if we can garner anything interesting from this. Looks like relatively clean. I don't see too much, anything that stands out too much. One fun thing is to see what they submitted for the statement of use. So let's actually look at it. Let's look at the specimen that was submitted. So this is a really cool part of checking out design trademarks, is that you can actually see. So this is a very early specimen. This was submitted back in 2018. Let's see if there's a earlier one though. So this was 18. Now let's look at the one that was submitted earlier. So this was filed at statement of use. So this would be after allowance. Okay, so very cool. Okay, so you guys see this is very, very different than the Twitch that you're used to now. But again, this was filed back in 2012. So no surprise, of course it's gonna look different. But again, fun, really cool. It's a way to see the historical progression of goods and services, and how companies go about protecting their trademarks over time. Now, if we look at this Twitch here, let's take a look at this one. So this is going to be, again, 9/38/45. No surprise. Again, this is filed in 2012. Let's take a look at this one and see what sort of specimens they submitted. So this is Twitch plain word mark. Let's take a look. If we go scroll down, check out some of the specimens. So the initial specimen they went in under was this one. Now this looks a lot more like what you're used to probably right here. So this is the specimen. They actually submitted 8 pages worth of specimens. Let's take a look at them. Okay, so this is just their website. Okay. Pretty cool. Very cool. Okay. And here's the download page on iTunes. Back when we were using iTunes, before it switched to Apple Music. That's definitely a company we have to look at. Victoria, Apple. God, endless IP. Let's go back. Let's check out what other marks Twitch has and see if any that are particularly reach out to us as being unusual. Twitch plays. Streaming, downloadable software, online social networking. Actually, kind of curious. Let's take a look. Let's see the specimen they submitted for Twitch plays. I'm just curious as to how they went about protecting this. So if we click on documents and look for specimen, you can see one of the early specimens that they submitted. Looks like this was submitted actually recently, back in June, so not that long ago. Here we go. Twitch plays right here. Interesting. Cool. Let's go back. Cursed Union for Gamers. Okay. Okay. This is the one that went abandoned. We already talked about that one. And then what we're going to see is we're going to see a lot of these Twitch marks, just plain word. Here we go. Here's the composite mark. This is the super famous logo. Of course, everyone associates this quickly with Twitch. Everyone knows what this is. Let's see when they pursued this mark. So this was filed back in 2016. Very cool. Twitch Prime, that was the one that, at least the logo looks like, I think, when it was dead. Okay. TwitchCon. Okay. Okay, very, very interesting here, guys. Pay close attention. Slight distinction, but a meaningful one nonetheless. If you take a look, TwitchCon and the space between TwitchCon, different marks, theoretically different marks, but they covered both of them. So let's take a look at this. So this is kind of a learning moment for everybody. So as you can see, a company that has resources, what they're going to do is they're going to do the word, and then they're also going to do variations on it. And they'll do a straight word mark where it's just a solid word. Let's take a look at how it's used. See what specimens they submitted. Let's look at, here's the specimen right here. And as you can see here at TwitchCon, so this is the brochure. So conferences, it looks like. And then we take a look at what they filed, or the mark itself, see what goods and services they're covering. So again, 35, arranging and conducting business conferences, and arranging and conducting educational conferences under class 41. So pretty cool. September also, or looks like also a mark that is registered to them. Let's take a look at what the specimens they submitted. And let's see. Okay. See if I can zoom out here so you guys can see this. Twitch and Subway. So this is a collab, it looks like. September. Now, kind of interesting. Let's dive in. Let's look at this application. Let's see if we can pull it up here. I think it might be loading. Let me do a refresh here. Here's the application. So September. See if we learn anything just by looking at this. Screenshot. I was kind of interested in seeing if. Okay. So this looks like this was like a collab. It looks like with Subway. Super interesting. Collabs need to be protected too, of course, so no surprise. Let's take a look at StreamStar. And if we take a look at their prosecution history, let's see what we can find. Let's see. Okay, so this is still pending. And then a lot of the ones that are up here obviously are pending because no surprise, I mean, they're still in the process of being examined, which is why they haven't been registered yet. But as you can see, take a look, IGDB, so this is what's another one they're going for. And they filed under 1A. So let's see what specimen they submitted for this one. So this is still, obviously this is still pending. Let's take a look at the specimen. Here we go, IGDB. Let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at their site. Okay. This is another brand they're trying to develop. So they're being operated by Twitch. So pretty interesting. Again, trademarks, really useful way of seeing business growth and development of a business. I mean, we learned about collab with Subway just by looking at their marks. These other sites that they're working on, these other products they're developing, IGDB. So again, you can learn a tremendous amount just by studying trademark portfolios. Let's take a look at what BITS is. So this looks like virtual reality related. Let's take a look at see what they filed. Yeah, so this is a 1A application. Let's look at the specimen they submitted. Oh, okay, so this is, okay, so this is very interesting. So this is their currency model, right? So this is the Twitch currency that you can purchase. So you pay money and then you get bits and then you're able to do things with those bits. So pretty cool. Let's take a look at what their, now this is interesting because their specimen was interestingly rejected. And they needed to identify and clarify the goods. Incredible that there was no conflicting marks just because bits is such a common word, and it is everywhere in the computing arts. Let's go ahead and flip back. Let's see what other interesting marks we can find. Again, really, I think this is a really cool episode, especially just doing one on a platform that we're so dependent on, and that brings us so much value and so much makes our lives just so much easier. Okay, so this is another mark, pretty cool. Victoria, have you seen this mark before? I haven't seen this one. Wait, where'd it go? I lost it. This one, right? Yeah, this one right here. Interesting. She's nodding her head. Huh, okay. Interesting. Let's take a look at this one and then wrap up the show. So let's take a look at the specimen they submitted. So they submitted the specimen this year, actually. So this is registered. Oh, interesting. Okay. Very interesting. Can't say I've seen this. Twitch Sings. Okay. Dynamic, endlessly watchable live streaming vocal performance platform. Okay. So Twitch. This is their karaoke product. Okay. Very cool. And again, learning all this just by watching just by going through their specimens that they submitted for their marks. So pretty cool. Sure, this is particularly excellent timing given the fact that people probably are not able to do karaoke like they're used to due to C19. So pretty cool, pretty awesome timing on the part of Twitch. Makes a lot of sense. So yeah, that was a awesome deep dive. I think looks like the only other one we didn't take a look at was Twitchverse and Union for Gamers. Oh wait, we looked at Union for Gamers. Looks like that was revived. Twitch Prime, same there. Twitchverse. Oh, they filed under 1A. Let's just take a quick look at their specimens that they submitted. Okay. Pretty cool. Twitchverse. Cool. All right. Twitch Rivals. Also 1A, so they filed under 1B, and then they submitted a specimen to switch to 1A, it looks like. Let's take a look at the specimen. Twitch Rivals, there we go. Cool. All right. So very cool. This is episode 85. Thanks for watching. I'm glad we were able to do this, do a deep dive into Twitch marks, see what sort of trademarks that they have, both design and word marks. You learn a lot about abandoned marks, collabs, future products. I mean, I particularly thought the bits one was really cool, where we could actually see how they're able to protect the mark that they use for their form of digital currency. So pretty neat. Enjoyed 85. Looking forward to doing episode 86. If you guys have any questions about intellectual property, patents, trademarks, copyrights, trade secrets, fire them to Victoria. You can email her at victoria@adibiip.com, victoria@adibiip.com. And again, we have a community number, so please text us at 415-943-5193, 415-943-5193. I'd love to have you as part of my texting community. Shoot me a text there. You'll have direct access to me. If you send me questions, I'll answer them. And if they're appropriate, I'll even have them on the show. So I'd love to create useful content for you guys that's actually helpful to all of you. So really appreciate you guys watching and looking forward to our next episode tomorrow, episode 86. Thank you.